Zul is uploading the bylaws. So there would be the checklist base and standard details, some kind of the measurement that you need to comply in your drawings. So we may say that why sometimes the client says, okay, why I have to choose this kind of proposed group, because from this purpose of group, each of these purpose group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, they would deliver you a different kind of do and don'ts for travel distance, how many staircase that we have to indicate in this proposal, and also what kind of what you call schedule 10 is about the fire alarm. Do we need that? Do we need sprinkler or not? So we have to identify first and choose the purpose group. So for your gallery later on, in bylaws they already stated the function of gallery in this category is place of assembly. Okay. Nak apa? So when we talk to people, okay, as per bylaw schedule, bylaw section 134, fifth schedule, so we have to choose purpose group, place of assembly here. Okay.
Madam, you are muted. Excuse me, madam.
Alamak, still mute. Sorry, I thought I already. Okay, do you remember that? Fire appliances access. How much road to be built here, or open space to be provided in the place. Okay. This the meaning of fire appliances access is for bomber to access, fire engine bomber to access until what area, until what perimeter. So maybe this is a building, the volume, how to calculate the volume? How to calculate volume? Okay, the width times apa dia? The height
Times length.
Times the
and
length.
for this length. So you can get volume. When you get this volume, so you are referring to the schedule. So here don't have the schedule. Okay. Okay, you may see that inside your bylaw, they stated here, if the volume to 7,000 to 28,000 meter cube, we call it cube. So your road has to be 1/6 perimeter of the road is designed for appliance access, for fire appliance access. So this is kind of the road that it has to be drawn by you. Okay. Again, I repeat, if the volume, okay, you calculate the volume and the total of the volume between 28,000 to 56,000 meter cube. So what is this? So your assembled perimeter building only less than quarter, okay? 1/4 perimeter appliance access here. So the road accessibility only one part. So this is applicable when this building is situated or in a row, like shop or office. Okay. Sekejap. So if your building slightly complex, meaning that there would be another 2 blocks joined together or 1 block together, but the other part slightly higher, and you calculate all this total volume, 56,000 to 88,000, the total is more or less, you have to provide half. Okay, this is the building, this is the site. So half of the area at site, you have to provide the access for bomber, for fire appliance access, meaning that a fire engine can pass by your building. Quarter of the land area, okay? And if your perimeter, when you calculate the total of the volume, about 84,000 to 112,000 meter cube, so your accessibility for bomber fire access need to get until 3/4 perimeter appliance access. Okay, can you get it until this stage? Faham ke? Understand? Iva faham tak? Iva?
Yes, madam. Faham.
Yeah. And if your calculation exceeding, the volume exceeding 112,000 meter cube, we call it as island site, meaning that the building at the center and it's the surrounded by the accessibility, the access road. So this is 112,000 meter cube. Minimum appliances, to remember, it has to be 6 meters here. So I can foresee that I'm advising you, make it 6.1 meter all the way. So this is to ensure that the fire engine can access all, surrounded, not the surrounded, all the perimeter of the building. So we call it, this kind of road accessibility is island site, meaning that your building is just like an island, okay? Because it's surrounded by the access of the fire appliances, okay? A fire appliances tu sebenarnya is a fire engine, okay? But in the term of bylaw, we call it as fire appliances, okay? But anyway, if your building is already at the corner, maybe your site right now is only at the corner, so you have to ensure that how you treat the corner area for facade treatment. You cannot simply go square, utilize all the square side, the land area here. You have to chamfer here, okay? So there is a calculation. This is for corner chamfer, meaning that you cut here, you chamfer. This is, we call it as a chamfer. It's not normal square. So there would be a dimension here for a guidance. This is a building. So the length here for the roadside is 6 meter, okay, 6 meter. This is for the accessibility. But when you want to chamfer, there would be a formula here, okay. So make to ensure that from the dots here up to the center of here, you may allow certain dimension, is because when the fire engine here, they want to turn to the other road, so they will not knock down the part of the building. So this is for the turning radius. So that is why the building has to be corner chamfered. Okay. Okay, that one is very important. I'm sharing to you. Okay, I'm sharing to you here. This is what you can view here, is the overview on how we as an architect to do submission. Submission. When client comes to you, please, Nur Amira, can you design me or help me to as a submitting person to submit to local authority and bomber to endorse before I build up the building. So you have to understand what supposed to start. Number one, you have to go through your location plan. This is if you want to do the gallery later on for your final project. So the grouping for site analysis, they already divided into legal. Okay, legal people, you have to understand where is your site location and you have to provide the groups with location plan. So this is the location plan and you have to indicate where is your building. Proposed building, okay, tapak cadangan. This is in Malay because our submission Hiba in Malaysia, sometimes we are putting it in Malay, in bahasa Melayu. So block. So that say this is only shop lot that we want to do for submission. There is a renovation, but still we need to submit bomba. So make sure that all the accessibility here is actually can be accessed by fire engine. Okay, that's why we have to refer to location plan. Then we go to site plan. So this would be your site plan. Site plan means they will zoom in the area. Okay, so can you see this is location, the difference between location plan and site plan? Location plan is bomber wants to know where we want to access at the area, at which taman, at which address, the main address. Okay, let's say this is Taman Persiaran Rimba Permai. So you cannot simply draw only the zoom in area. We have to draw location plan so that the bomber will study the road. If there is a fire at this lot, the bomber says, okay, I know the road and where the accessibility for the fire engine will goes in. So this is the SS. So where is the location? That is why bomber will refer to site plan here. So what is supposed to be done by us in during site analysis to identify where is the nearest hose reel. That is why when you are given a site analysis, make sure the team will identify which is the nearest hose reel. So for this development, the hose reel would be at the first block and the last block, and this is the distance would not be more than 90 meters. Okay, you may see inside the bylaw, we will see which section says that not more than 90 meters for hydrant to allocate from one hydrant to another hydrant. Then, because bomber wants to measure the hose reel, okay, remember previous week we studied about dry riser and wet riser, okay, so they will measure how much riser, how much what do you call that, the hose, how much meter hose can be utilized to for the fire purpose, fire safety purposes. Okay, so we go back first to our slide here. Okay, you may see that established dimension of building and compartment. Okay, just now when we talk about the fire appliances perimeter, so this is going to be you have to analyze at the end of the site analysis whether which type of the fire accessibility perimeter can be utilized, can be applied in your design. So if previously I'm showing you this is kind of row of shop lots, of course they just need back and front accessibility. It cannot be in the side, on side, okay? On side cannot. It's only depending on the front and back. So, but this is when you calculate the volume of the, let's say, we see this first. All right, this is the measurement, each measurement for each block, okay? This is the plan. Okay, the dimension for the plan is, so the two lots, 1 meter plus 1 meter, meaning that per unit is about 1 meter. 1 meter, sorry, 10,000 mm. Here, you times 27. 27 is the length. This one is the width. Width is 10,000. So you times 27,000. What is the height for each? So, okay, what is the height? I think this is, okay, if here they do not provide any height here, so we have to see the title block. Okay, read the title block. Oh, this one, 7-story. So let's say, because we do have another, sorry, this one is a 7-story, or this one is another project, NST. So I'll find you. So let's say each of the story, the height is only 3 meters. So you have to times 7 is about 21. So 21 times 10,000 and times 27. Okay. All right. Okay, then you have to decide how much. If the total of the volume is more than, let's say it's between 84,000 to 112. So let's say you have to put up 3/4 of the road as part of the perimeter appliance access. Okay, okay, faham ya? You understand? Okay, when you come across with the term established dimensions of building and compartments. What is a compartment? Okay, provision of compartment walls and compartment floors. Normally, okay, so when you come across at the floor area, which is a very big, normally for the shopping complex, at the basement area, okay, for the complex, they need so yeah. Sorry, there's an interruption here. Okay, I'm showing back the. So this is actually the area that happened at the ground floor area. So when we call it as a compartment, okay. So the meaning of compartment, when you zoom out this plan, there would be another wall between the blocks, okay? The wall between the blocks. Because after you calculate here, let's say the upper floor, the client wants to have an office there as an operator, so they provide the compartment, okay? After they calculate the travel distance according to bylaw, I'm just saying here, later on I'm showing to you how to calculate, okay? This we call it as a compartment, meaning that there is a wall separating the area, okay, from the existing mezzanine area and the office area. Some kind of the design they want to provide another compartment is because of the travel distance from the main fire door, the exit door here, to the edge of the room is exceeding 6 meters, because in bylaws they said that from the end of the corner of the room to the fire for exit, it has just for exit, it's actually for 6 meters only. But if the total here it's exceed 6 meters, let's say this is already 11 meters, then you have to provide compartment, the partition here, the wall here. So meaning that there would be a door. Okay, I try to draw here. They have to draw. This is a compartment. Okay. Ada penjawab kan cakap dekat rumah, dia nak jumpa kat rumah. So from door to this door, the fire, this is actually 6 meters. Okay, so from here to here is actually less than the travel distance that we referred the schedule, meaning that it's only a few distance, only 2 meters. So the meters here is actually for bomber and occupant of the building can evacuate the building immediately, because when we design this fire door, it says that only 1 hour, meaning that we have to escape between these hours. Is more, if more than that, the door and also the partition will be destroyed. So that is why we have to indicate in detail why 1 hour, why 2 hour fire rated door. Okay. Okay, we come back to our slide. So dia kata sini bylaw 136 provision for compartment walls and compartment floors. Okay, so you have to this one just read. This is actually for compartment complex building, normally for a huge building like shopping complex. So some kind of the deck design, because of the land area is very huge. So how bomber wants to save the occupant and how the occupant wants to exit, evacuate the building within a period allocated. So they need to have compartment here. Okay. Okay. So check perimeter setback. Of course, we do have setback. That's why when you do the site analysis nanti, the legal group need to identify where is our setback. Okay. Bylaw 142 talks about the setback. And what is the relevant boundary? See, what is the relevant boundary? External wall, what happened to the external wall? Okay, why the roof at 70-degree angle and more? Because the roof can be deemed part of the external wall or side of the wall. Okay, the external wall. So you cannot extrude more because there is a boundary and setback. Okay, capture that setback. Okay, and another 6 schedules here. So they would be topics on unprotected opening circulation calculation. Memang this one is later on, we'll talk about this. And of course the established fire extinguishment detecting requirements happens at 10 schedule by law 225. Okay, so you may say that the fire alarms for the building, this is the facts here, not exceeding certain height. Okay, not exceeding 30.5 height, you have to refer certain bylaw, but this is we already summarized when you open up your bylaw, the real bylaw, you have to familiarize. Find what is stated in bylaw 225 and bylaw 237. Okay. Why we need this one? Maximum travel distance. Okay, I'm sharing to you the plan here. Okay, go back to plan. Sekejap, erase. Okay. This is another proposal. This is just want you to have a view. What am I talking about? Okay. So let's say this is actually part of the office area. Office area. This is an office area, and you may see that there would be only one for lift lobby here. And this is your meeting area. This is the meeting area 1, meeting area 2. So there would be the services area for toilets, janitor, toilets. This is apa ni? Meeting area also. So, how to start? How to start to allocate all those firefighting equipment? Okay. So number one, of course, you need to design the core area because the building is not only 1 story, it's 2 story and above.
Number 5. Number 7, number 8, number 9.
So, what you should do to design the fire staircase here and also your lift. So this is your lift core. Okay, and this is the door, the fire door here. How to start? So that is why refer to your schedule, back to your notes. What is the maximum travel distance from the fire door to dead end limits? Okay, why? Because we have to, just now we are referring to purpose group. So your gallery would be assembly. That one is group berapa tadi? What group is that? Purpose, group purpose. Group purpose berapa tadi? Place of assembly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So refer to 7. Place of assembly tu adalah 7. Okay. Zul, at the moment have you upload the fire punya bylaw tu? Zul, dah upload belum?
Saya dah upload dekat chat. Cuba madam check.
Dekat chat.
Tu dekat. Dekat chat team. Tu ada kat tu.
Ni. Alright.
Yang tu kan madam.
Betul. Tengok the latest or not. Okay, thank you Zul. Ini 2020 punya kan? September. I think ada yang latest. Tak apa, nanti you try find. Yang latest tu dia tulis 2010 punya. So kat sini dia ada cakap date of publication. This one is 1985. This is the original one. So they already edited up to berapa edition? I think dah berapa editions? 5th edition for 3rd edition for bylaws. So when you referring to this one, okay, this is part 1, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6. So you will see that lot of subsection. This is subsection. This is when you talk about the part 5 section bylaw 57, talk about weight of partition. So for schedule, so we referring to schedule, which muka surat berapa schedule? Okay, schedule, 5th schedule, okay. Go to 5th schedule. Mana 5th schedule? Buka surat berapa 5th schedule? Ni 6 okay, ni 5th. Okay. This is actually the original view of bylaw. So you may find fifth schedule. These are all the definition, number of purpose group. Let's say your gallery is group purpose 7. Ni 7. Place of assembly. Read this one. Place whether public or private use for the attendance of person for or in connection with their social, recreational, educational, business or other activities and not comprised within group 1 to 4. Meaning that this is not factory. Of course, factory, shop, office is a public area, but this is specifically not included in this kind of category. Not residential, not office, not shop, but we call it, this purpose of group is place of assembly. So your gallery, the topic of your project is under this category, place of assembly. Okay, but if the project there is a storage, a big storage there, it falls under category 8, purpose of group 8, because storage would be differently different meaning to include and comprise different items for fire execution. Place of storage, deposit, parking goods, this is different. So bear in mind, if we regard gallery in this category, so we need to see the other page. Mana the other page? Purpose group 1, 4 and 7 are excluded as there are no limit. So applicable under bylaw 138. So what is bylaw 138? What is bylaw 138? Sekejap So we have to go back. What is bylaw 138? Here, that is why you have to find here what is bylaw 138. Macam main dam pula kat sini. Okay, find this one, 138. What is all about? Other walls and floors to be constructed as compartment walls or compartment floor. The following walls and floors in buildings shall be constructed as compartment. Any floor, purpose group 2, institutional, any walls separating ni. See, any walls or floor separating the flat, mezzanine from other building. So there is a requirement for that separation for compartment. But for gallery, for purpose group purpose number 7 just now, it's not applicable. Not applicable, tidak tertakluk dalam syarat tersebut. Okay, and then you have to check at your 7 schedule here. Okay, bear in mind just now we decide gallery at group purpose 7. So turn to your 7 schedule. 7 schedule ni belakang sikit, the back part of the bylaw. Okay. 7 schedule is about calculation, occupant load and capacity of exit. This is very important. Why? Because you want to decide how many numbers of door, how many numbers of fire staircase, how many numbers of what? All this kind of the item, door, the protected lobby and everything to be calculated here. Okay, so refer to this one, places of assembly, meaning that door outside 100 does not mean you have to provide 100 numbers. No. Okay, they just stated here 100 because this is the limitation number. We have to calculate something, so we have to, I will teach you how to calculate this. Just refer this first. And escalator 75, what is the meaning of 75? What is the meaning of 75 here? So we will explain in detail. The horizontal exit 100 here. Okay, so meaning that when we want to calculate here, exit are measured in units of 550 mm width. Okay, the capacity in number of person of a unit or exit width varies from 30% per unit. We have to read this first. Main exit 50% of the total required exit width. In determining the units for exit doorway, only the clear width and doorway when the door is in the open position, excluding any area occupied by staircase, lift, sanitary accommodation and other place occupied by machinery. Okay, this is actually the width dia nanti. How we want to calculate later on, because we just about to know the purpose group and this is the capacity exit. Number of person per unit can be exit to the door. So only 100. They allow 100 people can exit using the door at certain place. So for horizontal exit, for escalator here, they said that the minimum 75% is allowed. 75% occupation, the people here can exit using the escalator. Minimum 75 people can exit. How do we know? Okay, later we will give you the exercise. Okay, tengok. Okay. Okay, travel distance. I try to find where is the travel distance from schedule 5. Okay, try to find the okay, not yet. Don't come to schedule 10 yet. We still at schedule 7. Okay, try to find. This is the schedule. This one. 7 schedule maximum travel distance. Ours is place of assembly. Remember, place of assembly still refer to purpose group. Purpose group here 7. Purpose group 7. Place of assembly. Date end. Date end limit. Date end limit is not required here. Okay, date end limit is not required, meaning that if you are providing another, okay, refer to this plan. Okay, date end limit meaning that from 1 here, okay. Okay, try to find the plan here that is that can occupy to show you what is the date and limit. Okay, maybe this picture can help you. All right. So, cannot. No, this one. Let's say this is the area, okay, and this is your lift core. Lift core. This is your fire staircase, and this is your firefighting equipment here. So this is we considered as fire door, dead end. From fire door to the end of the area, there is no more route here. There is no more route. This is the only corridor. So from the exit door to fire staircase, to fire protected lobby, to fire staircase, we call it that this distance is dead end. Okay. Okay, all right. So we call it as dead end. The area that this is the end of the building. There is no other route. This is the end. So we call it as dead end from one point to fire door. Fire door to get to your fire staircase. Okay. Back to our dead end. So meaning that for fire of assembly is not required. Tidak diperlukan berapa. There is no numbers. But for unsprinkled or sprinkled or unsprinkled, they need to find the numbers here 45 meters from one fire door staircase to another fire door staircase. It has to be not more than 45 meters. Okay, I'm referring to this plan. Which plan is easier for you to okay, you still can use this plan. Okay, from fire door to this one, but it's not required for fireplace of assembly. But how we want to determine this building is to be sprinkled or without sprinkled. Normally they are referring to a huge building. It's only a small width. It's only 10 meters 10 meters width, because if we are about to design large building. Okay, I try to find the plan. Ni plan apa? This is my plan. Okay, let's say this one, ground floor. So you have to calculate how much meters here. I draw here. From this door to get your fire staircase. For ground floor is easier because the distance from exit to outside, so it has to be not less than 45 meters. You cannot calculate the perimeter. We call it as perimeter like this. Okay, let's say this is another room here. You cannot cross like this to calculate. Cannot. So we call it as a perimeter. When you want to calculate 45 meters, you have to calculate as if that the root of the people, like this. Okay. Use this one. Okay, this is a perimeter. Calculate from here to here how many meters, from here to here how many meters, from here to here, from here to here, until exit door. You cannot simply draw like this, cross like this, because you cannot pass through the wall. When the fire on somewhere here, fire here, you cannot pass by. You are not invisible. You are not invisible. So you have to go through the corridor, and this is your pathway to exit. Okay, do you understand until here? Understand tak? Okay, I nak check dulu. Macam semua dah mamai je. Okay, understand or not? Aisyah okay tak? Boleh faham tak? How to indicate the travel distance? Syafiq faham tak?
Boleh lah.
Boleh lah. Lama. Boleh lah tu okay. Mana yang tak faham? Okay, let's say I'm giving you the exercise here. Yang ni you also can draw kan? Siapa tu? Syafiq, can you draw here? Boleh tak? Can you draw on my plan here? Boleh draw?
Boleh ke?
Boleh. Okay.
Dekat.
Sekejap I give you, sekejap I stop present sekejap. I nak download plan. I nak you suruh you kira. Sekejap. I download plan sekejap. I download the plan here. Apa nama you punya Z80 Okay, I place the fifth schedule at your WhatsApp group so that you can refer. Okay. Mana ni? Okay, this is the example. I'm sharing you the plan. Okay, I'm sharing you the plan. Untuk plan yang ada. Mana nak plan dia? Okay. So, I might say that how actually you calculate the distance, the room, whether this area supposed to be sprinkled or non-sprinkled, meaning that when you given a task to design the gallery example, so you already place the first area you want to place is the fire staircase here, so you have to ensure the calculation what you gonna draw, calculate the dimension from one fire staircase, fire door here to another fire door here. What is the dimension? And also from here to another fire door here. This is to determine why do you need 2 staircases or you need 3 staircases. It depends to how big is your building. So if your building is only a small building, half of this circle and the height of the building is not exceed 12 meters height, so maybe you only need 1 staircase. But your purpose of group is for public meaning that you, even though it is less than 12 meters height, you still need to provide another fire staircase, because to allow the public can execute the building within time specified for at fire doors, meaning that within 1 hour everybody, all the occupants in the building can execute from the building. So you need how to place the fire staircase. So you have to calculate the dimension here, the perimeter from one door, fire door here to another fire door of fire staircase. Okay, berapa? 45 meters minimum, not exit, because we are referring to, see your, betul kan? 45 meters. Let's say if this is to determine sprinkler, 45 meters sprinkler, meaning that you have to provide sprinkler and, betul tak ni? Go back to the earlier. And 61 meters, you can provide 61 meter from one fire door to another door. You calculate 61 meters, meaning that it can be from this staircase to that staircase, maybe 61. Maybe you just need two staircases here. No need the third staircases. If this building is gonna be sprinklered, ada sprinkler, you have to identify sprinkler. If non-sprinklered, there is no sprinkler provided in this building, so every 45 meters there would be a staircase. Okay, boleh faham ke Hanan?
Yeah, madam. Madam, is it 45 meter tu minimum or maximum distance?
Minimum distance. It's a minimum. Meaning that, okay, 45 meters, you have to provide 45 meters, the maximum, sorry, the maximum. You cannot be more than that. It's supposed to be less than 45 meters. 45 meters is the maximum. Then you may provide this is for unsprinkled. Okay.
Okay.
This is how actually the architects want to design the fire staircase. They cannot simply design, but they have to calculate surrounding. Of course, in the design process, you have to understand the spaces and you have to design the entrance. Okay, the entrance, see the entrance. What happened at the entrance, there would be a receptionist, there would be another doors, there would be another spaces. This is auditorium, multifunction, the offices at the upper level. So where you want to indicate the fire staircase, of course this has to be situated with your lift lobby, what is supposed to be in at your lift lobby. So your lift lobby consisted of, what is this? Lift. There would be a lift and there would be a riser, the piping. So telecommunication wiring here. And there would be the electrical room, which means there is a switchboards and everything here. Electrical, or there is an aircon services for AHU, aircon punya area, bilik aircon. So there would be a fire staircase. So it has to be designed at one area. It cannot be separated. Your staircase cannot be suddenly at the middle here, suddenly at the middle at the back, cannot. And attached to here is your toilet. That is why this area we call it as a services area. Okay. I try to download a few. Wait. I try to download the education area. Okay. So up to here, are you understand or not? It's supposed to be face to face senang, tetapi tak apalah. Slowly we will be in the studio. Nanti I will come to your studio. So we talk about it when you come to your final project. Not to worry. Okay. I try to find mana lagi satu.
Madam,
Yeah.
about the sprinkler tadi, yang kiraan dia kena jarak dari tangga bomba ke tangga bomba yang lain kan?
Ya, betul. Pintu dia. From the door. The door of
Alright.
the fire staircase.
Madam nak tanya.
Yes.
Kalau 45 tu maksimum, kalau dia exit area yang exit tu kena ada sprinkler.
Yes. Yes. Dia kena ada sprinkler. Okay.
Kalau dia kurang daripada 45 tu jarak
Lagi, it's better. If less than that, it's better. Meaning that this is under category unsprinkled lah. Tak payah letak sprinkler. Sometimes your staircase from one staircase to another staircase only 30 meters. Lagi bagus. It's better. Nearer because lagi cepat. It's faster, people can reach your fire staircase. Betul tak? Okay. 45 is the maximum. Sometimes you short design, but sometimes, alamak, I forgot my fire staircase. I just put it on. When you want to put it on, sometimes you say, alamak, there's no other places. Okay, I'm sharing you with this example. Okay. Sekejap. Okay, this is another plan. This is quite huge. Okay, this is a clinics. This is a clinics. Next. When you meet the clinic, there would be a lot of partition, there would be a lot of rooms here. So what and why? How we want to allocate the fire staircase? Okay, see there's a lot of boarding rooms. This is for veterina. Veterina ke apa? Klinik apa ni? Veterina. Klinik veterina. Okay. This is of course the purpose of group different lah, not place of assembly, because this is clinic hospital. This is under category hospital punya. So the difference is the distance there from fire here. I draw fire staircase here. FD is fire staircase. So we are using legend fires from to this room, from the door of this room, from the door to this back room, they must meet certain dimension. Okay. Same goes to here. Sometimes in terms of the design, they can protect because the height of the building is exceeding 30 meters. That is why they need to be protected. Protected meaning they have to close up. They cannot be open staircase. They have to protect. Because when fire on somewhere here, so this brick wall can be stay up to 1 or 2 hours. So you can evacuate the building by using this fire staircase. But you have to understand what is the dimension here, the distance here. So within 1 hour, how the people from new corridor, from the new admin here can escape. Okay, tak lama tau. It's very fast. It's very fast. Within less than 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, the fire is separated all the way. So how you want to escape? So make sure that the distance is very minimum here so that you can find the fire staircase to go down. Mana sikit air lagi. Okay. Okay. Do you understand up to here? Faham Sehingga kini boleh faham
Madam.
Yes.
Cuba tadi nak tanya pasal plan tadi. Yang tadi madam tunjuk tadi. Boleh madam tunjuk lain sekali tak?
This one klinik lah. This one mungkin tak sama. I kena tengok plan-plan yang lain. I carikan yang lain. Katalah this is office lah. Okay. Ni nampak tak? Ikhwan nampak? You see this one?
Nampak?
Kering tak? Okay. This is fourth floor. Okay. Okay, what's your question? Katalah this is the fourth floor of the office area.
Alright. Contoh madam, daripada bilik yang paling jauh dengan tangga bomba,
Ha?
kan? Contoh bilik yang paling jauh dengan tangga bomba, yang ni yang tak ada sprinkle tau. Ni tak ada sprinkle. Okay, building ni tak ada sprinkle. Kalau dia paling jauh dengan tangga bomba is more than 40 meters, meaning like kita kena tukar ya madam.
Nak tukar, you kena jadikan bangunan tu ada sprinkler.
Oh, I see.
Sistem dia bersprinkler.
Oh.
Kalau lah kat sini let's say the distance here, from here to here, tengok door yang kat sini. So berapa ni? Katalah contoh, what is the schedule? Open up the schedule. I open up the schedule. Mana you punya ni? Z80. Okay, I open up the schedule here. Okay. Katalah contoh office. Tadi office Office dia different tau. Office is only 45. Sama, 45 dengan place of assembly pun 45. Tapi factory lain ada 30 saja. So if 45, this is unsprinkled. So the system untuk schedule 10 tu nanti tak payah ada sprinkler, tapi you have to achieve 45 meters from one to another, the maximum. Mana tadi hilang? This one. 45 meters unsprinkled. Okay, tengok balik. 61 meters for sprinkler. If the system in the building, there's a sprinkler, let's say this is already 61. So you have to provide sprinkler in the building. Itu apa? Mari kita tengok sikit what is sprinkler. Nampak? This is sprinkler. The building need to have this fire sprinkler system. Okay? At your ceiling area. Nampak? If less than 45, it's not sprinkler, unsprinkler. If the travel distance more 61 meter, then 61 and more, so you need to provide sprinkler system for fire protection.
Madam, if it less than 60 but more than 45?
So that one is still considered as unsprinkled. When you achieve less than 45 and less than 61, this is still unsprinkled.
Okay.
Dia tengok kepada design lah. Sometimes maybe your second year's first semester will be small design of the area. So you just calculate, okay, travel distance, kejap Go back to the notes here. Go back to the notes here. Mana all this? Mana tadi? This is yang tadi you cari. Calculate schematic plan area. Use purpose group to find occupant load. Ni sebab dia banyak. There's a lot of section. So sometimes we can't imagine. Okay. What you call about the compartment. See, this is a compartment. Protected means that it is covered by wall. We call it protected staircase to final exit. Horizontal exit is from one door to fire door or fire staircase. Okay, compartment ni adalah, compartment is the wall that you design the compartment wall. Okay. And limits tadi, yes.
So does it mean the requirement to have a sprinkler is based on the calculation of the distance?
The calculation of the?
The distance.
Yes, the distance. The distance by perimeter tau. The perimeter, you cannot simply, okay. This is how I want to draw here. But you see my cursor here, You see my cursor. Do you see my cursor here?
Yes, madam.
Okay. You cannot directly draw from here. Alamak, the roots cross over the walls. You have to use perimeter. Perimeter tempat, the way you want to, it's a way you want to escape, you want to run. You cannot simply, just now I told you how you want to, you cannot cross the wall here. You have to do perimeter. That's how you calculate the distance. Tu namanya the distance. Now you know the distance, okay? See the distance. Okay. First, okay, check requirement. To find the this is also the same thing. Or the same thing. Okay, never mind. This is complex later on. We complete first the very basic. So I'm giving you another example. We try to see the sprinkler system. This is the actual tau. If you are about to submit to Bomba, you have to draw this. You have to draw the distance. Now this is the distance. We call it as a distance. This is the distance. This is the distance. Okay. FD is fire door. K is for exit. In bahasa we call it keluar. DP is your dry powder, is your fire extinguisher. SD is your smoke detector. EL is your emergency light. So you. But today we just about to indicate, to learn how to indicate fire staircase according to travel distance. Okay. So far okay tak? Mana sekolah? I have another one. Another one example. Wait. Kejap. I have another one. School. Kita tengok contoh school punya design. I tengah cari. Tadi I dah download. I already download the school design. Okay. This is institution example, okay? This is example of the institution. But of course, it's in the building, one block of building. Because I can't find the plan. Tambahan ubahsuai pejabat institute untuk college okay. For this building, you cannot simply, this is just another, we call it as existing sprinkler system, meaning that the building is on the sprinkler system is because of the height and the volume, because they need sprinkler. And also you may see that the distance, the perimeter from one door to fire. This is how they calculate the perimeter. They calculate the based on perimeter. See, you cannot simply cross tau. Hiba, you cannot simply cross like this. What is the distance from room 1 to fire staircase? You cannot simply like this. You cannot draw like this. Salah. People can pass by the wall here. You are not visible man, invisible man. Okay. So you have to use perimeter. Perimeter means the routes of people is used to escape. Ni perimeter, ni perimeter. Ni sampai sini. So 7.8 meters from this dot plus 4 plus berapa ni? Lama. Okay. Plus 6. So 7.9 plus 4.1 plus 6.4. So this is less than 45. So okay. Meaning that the placement of fire staircases is correct. It's right here. It's suitable. Suitable. Okay, let's see this one. Okay, how you want to alah, sekejap. I wash my hand first. Design another fire staircase. Let's say you know that the area need to have 2 or 3 fire staircase. So to ensure that here like okay, draw thickness, okay. You may have another kind of dimension, okay. Let's say you having a huge room. So let's say if large room here, there is in the bylaw saying that you must have more than one exit, because based on the calculation, you need to provide another exit, another door. So from this door, if without this one, without the core, let's say Syafiq says, never mind, I just want to design only one staircase, lepas ke tidak? So I have to calculate the distance from here to here and to here and to here. So I think this is exit. So due to fire escape, you cannot escape. Due to fire, building on fire, you cannot escape immediate. So that is why you need to design another fire staircase here. Ni fire staircase, and this is the fire door here, and the distance is a short distance, okay. So meaning that within 1 minute people can arrive at fire staircase and evacuate. Okay, boleh faham tak? Short ni about fire. So boleh
Madam.
Faizah Husna, faham tak? Haris, faham tak?
Faham, madam.
Okay. I want you to draw kejap lagi, okay? How you want to relate your fire staircase dengan travel distance. Sebab benda ni kena usual, it's an exercise. If not, okay. Okay, wait a moment Okay, can we take a break a moment? Okay, we take a moment, about 2 minutes washroom, okay? Okay, so can we continue, okay? I'm just about to continue a few little bits on this one. So can you see the plan here?
No.
Not yet, I'm not sure.
Not yet.
Madam, can I ask one question? We need to put the sprinkler except for distance punya factor. Kita kena letak sprinkler atas faktor apa lagi, madam?
Normally dekat sini kita katakan at your 7 schedule, is based on your punya travel distance lah, travel distance. And also you punya schedule 10. We see schedule 10 first. Okay. We open up the fire bylaw punya ni. Mana bylaw? Sekejap. Mana? Where's the bylaw? Kat sini. Sekejap. I punya Teams. Wait. Tak apa, slowly. Okay. Ni sekejap Okay, can we find schedule 10 here? Tapi we have not reached schedule 10 ke? We just, I just partly show you what are the schedule to be included for this one. So, okay, try to find schedule 10. Okay, because the mana tadi schedule 10?
150 madam.
Tak dengar. I cannot hear you. Apa dia?
150.
50. Okay, sekejap Unsprinkled unsprinkled travel distance. Sekejap baca sikit sini. Okay, don't forget, please read Bylaw 165 clause 4 and section 166 clause section 2, 167, because there would be a lot of description. So you need to read. You cannot just simply, oh, this is section 165. You need to know what is all about section 165. Okay. So we come back to schedule 10, 150 Okay, structures team. This is 10 schedule. Okay. Your purpose of group, we are at seven purpose of group 7. Place of assembly. Mana place of assembly lagi further. When you are referring to this 7 place of assembly, you have to see this extinguishing system, ANG. What is ANG? Okay, don't panic. We can see from the legend. Fire alarm system. Do you need fire alarm system? This is 2. Emergency lighting, B here. So class A, class B and below. Okay, so we have to refer at the end of the, okay, here. So ANG automatic sprinklers. Ni dia cakap, they talk about automatic sprinklers, ANG, G is hose reel, meaning that for assembly purpose of group, it has to be included hose reel, meaning that your building need to be drawn the hose reel area. And also automatic sprinkler. Definitely there would be a sprinkler. Okay. They need sprinkler according to 10 schedule, meaning that you are referring to schedule 7 and also schedule 10. Okay. Tadi yang tanya Hanan, are you clear? And this is note number 2. Manual electric fire alarm system. So fire alarm system need to be included, not in the drawings, but we need to know. If you are doing submission drawing to bomber, then you have to include electrical fire alarm system. Where is the location at your plan? That is why when you are referring to here, I'm sharing you this. See this one, there's a lot of legend kan? There's a lot of legend. Okay. Okay, see bomber legend. Okay, your right side bomber legend. Apa tu merah-merah tu? Okay, this is the description. Where is the existing hose reel? So this is the code, the coding that you need to indicate in your plan. Okay, hose reel, sign keluar, dry powder is the fire extinguisher. Do you need smoke detector? FD is fire existing fire door. Okay, the emergency light is all here, Bomber Legend. Okay. Alright, faham tak? Okay, am I answering you? Am I answering you? Okay slowly lah, slowly. Slow ni, paling slow I ajar because susah nak faham kan? Okay. Fahmi faham tak Fahmi? Senyap Fahmi. Aduh. Take a break dulu. Berasap? Tak berasap. Belum lagi buat design. You buat design nanti on the week 5 I rasa you dah ada planning sikit ke apa benda. Week 10 nanti we talk about it lagi sekali. This is only the fundamental. I want you to just browse through all the bylaws that when you really need to draw and design, then you come across back. So I will come back to this topic, not to worry, and we will discuss one-to-one individually. Okay, Dawa so far okay tak Dawa? Very silent Dawa.
So far okay madam.
Okay, bagus. Okay, Danish okay?
Okay, madam.
Shifa okay?
Okay madam.
Okay, the girls, Alice okay Alice? Senyap je.
Madam nak tanya boleh tak?
Apa tu Alice tu?
Madam explain yang untuk sprinkler punya yang bila distance dia 60 untuk office.
Nan, berapa tadi soalan dia?
Boleh tak madam explainkan yang untuk area sprinkler punya bila distance dia 60 tu untuk office. Sebab yang tadi madam explain tu jarak ke pintu fire tu 45. Kalau 60 macam mana?
Macam ni, kalau misalnya from one door to another door, fire staircase, it's exceeding 45 meters, the distance tu dah sampai 60 meters and above, so that area is considered as a sprinkler system. Tetapi, when you refer to schedule 10, group of purpose adalah place of assembly, automatically the bomber requires you to put sprinkler, automatic sprinkler when you refer tadi schedule 10, betul tak? Pun tu tadi, selain daripada letakkan sprinkler unsprinkled, itu adalah distance untuk you nak capai kepada pintu keluar, pintu ke fire staircase. Maknanya, okay, sekarang ni bangunan bila refer to 10 schedule, dia adalah bangunan yang bersprinkler. Is it right? Okay, you are referring to schedule 10, meaning that place of assembly is considered under category automatic sprinkler. So definitely at your 5th schedule, you have to refer that the distance, you know that the building is already with sprinkler, so you may say that from one fire door to your staircase to another fire door of staircase, it can be 61 meter or less. 61 meter and more, 61 meter and more. Okay, meaning that your fire staircase can be further. You cannot be from side by side. You cannot be in a short distance. It's allowed to provide one fire staircase to another fire staircase 61 meters. Jarak dia, the length, the distance. Dibenarkan. Let's say your building is very huge and you need to allocate lots of places. So you don't have a place to design the fire staircase. But from one fire staircase door, door of the fire staircase to another door fire staircase, it has to be 61. Okay, come. If not, we see what is the section described. Okay, apa section dalam situ. Sekejap, Can you find this one dulu? Sekejap I'm sharing to you. Look at to your building bylaw. Tengok dulu, carikan dulu. The section here. Mana tadi? Muka surat berapa tadi? Bylaw schedule 5. Di 150 10 schedule. Sekarang ni. Ini 5. Sekarang 7. Ni 6, 7. Sekejap Break sekejap. Nampak ni. So bila refer to schedule 10, it says that your group of purpose is 61. But here you have to read this one. Can everybody find bylaw 165 subsection 4 and 166, 167 here and 170? Okay, I want Dawa try to find what is bylaw 165 for. Siapa ni? Danish 1662, Anis Amilin 167 and 170 Zol. Okay, cari dulu. I give you time now. Okay, I give you time now. Okay, cari dulu. Can you specify? Sekejap Okay. So what you can find through that section. Siapa tadi yang I assign tu, boleh you tayang, you share your screen, bacakan kat situ. Kenapa? Okay, untuk schedule 7 ni adalah untuk exit travel distance, travel pathway untuk nak execute from the building during the building on fire. Okay, Hiba boleh faham Travel tu nama travel distance, maknanya the corridor that we want to get the fire staircase to outside to execute the building. So you understand Hiba?
Yeah.
That is why we call it as a travel distance. So when we want to design a way from one fire door staircase to another door of the spaces, let's say meeting room or another fire staircase, the second fire staircase, you need to follow the schedule 7 based on travel distance. What is the dimension from one door to another door, fire door to another fire door? You have to refer to schedule 7, apa tu? Schedule 7, travel distance. That is why you need to see the row kat situ, unsprinkled or sprinkled. So if you see that the building is sprinkled, so this is based on schedule 10, then you consider that your building is a sprinkler. Okay, but this is not a conclusion. If your side of your gallery is small, maybe you don't need. Okay, we do not sure. I'm not seeing your site plan yet. Okay, this is to decide later. Okay, so as for now, we regard it as schedule 7 and schedule 10. Okay, Hiba, understand? Okay, only that. Understand only that. Okay, siapa tadi? Dawa and the friends. Can you just share to us, share your screen, what you can find from section 167 by law. Dawa, jom. Jom, dah 11. One section tak tahu nak cari, section kat mana?
Saya dah jumpa dah, nak share screen. Can you see my screen, madam?
You can see tapi very small lah. Besarkan sikit so that your friend can read.
Very small.
Ada lagi satu set tak?
So, can you guys see the law?
Yes. Yes.
So,
Baca cepat.
Refer to the law number 165, number 4. It states that the maximum travel distance to exits and dead end limit shall be as specified in the 7th schedule of this bylaw.
Tak tu. The travel distance to an exit shall be measured on the floor. Dia tak boleh dekat dinding. It has to be on the floor. Okay. We have to calculate as the perimeter based on floor, not wall. Okay. Walking surface. That's why I'm saying to you it's a perimeter. It's not, you cannot cross over simply. We are not invisible. You cannot pass by the walls, but it has to be on the walking surface. Okay, itu maksud dia. Starting 0.3 meters from the most remote point of occupancy. Okay, let's say lebih kurang lah. Normally we say that the point at the door lah, at the fire door itself. Okay. So number 2 apa tu dia cakap? In the case, baca sampai habis dulu, sampai nombor 4. Baca.
Number 2, it state in the case of open area, the distance to exit shall be measured from the most remote point of occupancy, provided that the direct distance shall not exceed 2/3 the permitted travel distance. So number 3, in the case of individuals' room which are subject to occupancy of not more than 6%, the travel distance shall be measured from the doors of such rooms, provided that the travel distance from any point in the room to the room door does not exceed 15 meters. And the last one is the number 4. The maximum travel distance to exit and dead end limit shall be as specified in the 7th schedule of this bylaw.
Okay, so you understand untuk for number 2 and number 3, you may say that provided the travel distance from any point in the room to room door does not exceed 15 meters. Okay, we come back to plan here. Okay, I'm just showing you what are the what is included by it says. Okay. Okay, I think this is the nearest example Okay. Bacakan tadi sikit. Sekejap. Apa tadi you punya ni? Share benda tu. I share. Okay, sekejap. So, tadi dia kata from sometimes when you design a building, so there would be a long corridor somewhere here. And you may say that from one door here to another doors that's situated here. So, okay, I draw here. So from this waiting room, from this fire door to here, and normally from here to end of the room, it has to be 6 meters, cannot exceed. What happens if you exceeding 6 meters here? So you have to provide another partition. So to have the perimeter not more than 6 meters. Let's say when you calculate it is actually 8 meters. What happened? The room from door here to end of the corner here is actually 10 meters. So you have to provide another wall, so that another wall with a door, so that from door here to end of the room it's 6 meter or less. 6 meter or less, and from the door to the fire door here, this is accordingly not exceeding 15 meters. So this is, I mean, very near to achieve your fire door. Okay, faham tak up to there? Faham tu? Cannot.
Macam mana 15 meter tu tak tahu.
So sekarang ni, this is accordingly to your punya purpose of group lah. Okay, purpose of group. So go back to your 7 schedule. Maybe if it is an office, because previously we are referring to assembly of place kan. Assembly of place is regarding for public place, and you are designer gallery. But this subject is meant for office area. So office area goes to schedule berapa tadi, jatuh kepada group purpose berapa? 3 ke 4? Ilham. No. Okay. Betul tak? So kalau if you are designing an office area, so make sure that the door here, you have to provide kat sini, meaning that normally it's not more than 15 meters. Mana tadi? Where is, can you share me back?
Boleh.
Share me the checklist sebab I tak nak tutup dia.
Ataupun
Section yang you read 164 tadi.
sport section 164. Oh. Alright. Over here. Ini ke? Besar kan?
Akan sikit I kena see lah, very small.
Sorry. Alright.
Madam, I have a question about the partition. What kind of partition is it? Is it a solid wall made of the wall, concrete or something, or maybe it's a temporary wall like the one we used to see at the office to part.
Ilya, can you repeat back apa dia tadi?
What kind of partition that you mean you need to use? Means that is it a solid wall or make a new room or
Any partition. Any partition yang menghalang, any partition that will provide people to pass by the area, because when the partition or is a brick wall, so it will cause apa tu namanya, halangan, apa tu, obstruction for the route. So meaning that you have to identify that the pathway, or we may say that this is a travel distance is being obstructed by the wall. So you mean the partition, it can be brick wall or it can be partition. So it's a separation lah. It's a separation. It's a compartment wall. Okay.
As long as it used to stall time, madam.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
This one, provided that the travel distance from any point in the room to room does not exceed 15 meters. This is based on the design, what kind of category, okay? What kind of category, not all, including allocate this kind of example, travel distance from any point in the room to room door. Yang ni. Do you see this one? Mine? Okay, you stop sharing first. I'm going to sharing mine. See, from door to any end point of the door. Mana nak cakap? From any end point of the door, maybe from here. Or maybe from here, the longest. So it says that this is also can be considered. Okay, this is depend on which kind of place. 15 meters is allowed from the door to escape. Point in the room to door of the escape area. Door of the room. Ni kau lah. This is door of the room. Any point of the room. So this is depends on which building allocated. But in the section, they allow and they allocate this basically referring to which purpose of category of building, category of room, what kind of design, okay? If dead end just now, I'm showing to you the route at the end of the area, there is no more access a corridor, that one is dead end. So today you are learning what is dead end. Dead end and what is the travel distance, sprinkled and unsprinkled. So you learn that. Okay. Okay, next. Lepas dawa siapa lagi? Tadi I suruh siapa tadi? baca. Somehow or rather,
Sekejap madam Okay, this one. Boleh nampak ke slide? Screen.
Boleh.
Boleh.
boleh tapi boleh besarkan lah as long as you can read. Okay, baca sikit.
Besarkan lagi. Besar sangat pula. Okay. Tadi madam suruh 1662. The exit shall be so sited and the exit access shall be so arranged that the exits are within the limits of travel distance as specified in the 7th schedule to these bylaws and are readily accessible at all times. Saya tak faham lah madam.
I terangkan dulu. Okay, I terangkan. So, tak apa. Memang ayat dia macam ni. Sebab kalau you tak belajar dari sekarang, nanti you tak boleh guna. You cannot use at the second semester and third year. Okay. So, exit to be accessible at all time. Exits mean you punya 166 kan? Your 166 kan? Okay. Meaning that exit to be accessible at all time. Exit. Exit means door lah. Door you can go. You can go to execute, to escape using door. So we call it as exit. Except as permitted by Bylaw 167, not less than 2 separate exits shall be provided from each story together with such additional exits. Mana tadi? May be necessary. Ni nothing lah. It says that except as permitted by 167, we see what is 167, not less than 2 separate exits. Meaning that if less than 2 separate exits, but the distance still can accommodate the distance between it, still can allow for escape, shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, from each story together with such additional exits as may be necessary. Okay, number 2. The exits shall be so sited and the exit access shall be so arranged that the exits are within the limit of travel distance as specified in the 7th schedule to these bylaws and are readily accessible at all times. This exit shall be so shifted. Next slide. Okay. And the exit access shall be so arranged. This is nothing. This is just to explain back. Shall be so arranged that the exit are within the limit of travel. This is just to say that you have to follow the limit of travel distance. Okay? This is, I mean, the law kena to stated this very precisely. If not, we couldn't find. If not, if let's say maybe the client or some other people that is not accordingly follow, so we as an architect, we have the something statement in the bylaw that can be explained to our clients or to any local authority saying that I'm following this kind of doors. Sometimes clients say, hey, why you propose so many doors? Why? Budget. So this is where this is our stand. According to 166, we have to ready the door, ready the exit route to be accessible at all times. It's just stated based on 166, exits to be accessible at all times. Okay, why? The scenario at Tafiz building.
Yes.
I think 30 of the students are were burnt, right? I think last year there is a situation where the building already burned about 25 Tafiz students, immediate age below 12 and below. Okay, this is
Yang
not of Tafiz school. Okay,
okay.
why? Because there is a door, and what I can foresee that the management put the table at the door, the second door, not the first door. The room has two doors, on the right side, on the left side. But on the right side, they put table there. So when they put the table there, they put the racks there. How you want to access using the second door? So when there is a fire, they already use lock. They lock the door and put the cabinet at the exit door. So when there's on fire at the other door, the first door, how you think that this Tafiz student wants to execute from the building? Okay, kan, that's happen. Exits to be accessible at all time. You cannot simply put the partition in front of the door immediate. You simply cannot put cabinets. You say, okay, I want to have a kind of racks there, ID interior. No such thing. So this section is clearly explained. Exits to be accessible at all time. There's no obstruction. Itu dia. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, 167. Ada siapa? Story exit.
Saya start sharing, madam.
Okay, yang kawan lain? The other friend? I just want you to get familiar with this one. I'm just, because if not, you are not open up and you don't read sentence by sentence the bylaw. It's very difficult. So in my class, you read. Because during studio, you already familiar. You know where to find it. And you can read it individually. Okay? So memang detail lah. My class would be detailed because you are using this until the end of the profession, the end of the day. You still need this law to be studied. Okay, siapa lagi? Another 2 person. Siapa cepat-cepat?
Next is story exist 167. The first one is story exists except as provided for in bylaw 194. Every compartment shall be provided with at least 2 story exits located as far as practical from each other and in no case closer than 4.5 meters and in such position that the travel distances specified in the 7th schedule to these bylaws are not exceeded. The width of story exits shall be in accordance with the provisions in the 7th schedule to these bylaws. Meaning to say that from this, according to the 7th schedule bylaws, the distance to the most practical distance should be not more than 4.5 meter.
Find the image, because here they don't have the image. Because we are also referring to fire escape yang the red color. Okay, try to find the red color. Fire escape. Fire. Mana yang the red color? Because here, when you are referring to bylaw here, there is no image. But when you are referring to another book, I'm giving you another reference. Sekejap. What do you call it? Guidelines, sekejap Okay, okay, you may see also this one, guide to fire protection in Malaysia. Yeah, guide to fire protection in Malaysia. Inside here, there would be a lot of diagrammatic. Okay. That one is 16 berapa tadi? Can you just read it one? 16, what is the section there?
167 section 167 number 1. Section 167 number 1.
I'm not so sure whether here 167 I think here they only share the schedule 167. Tak ada kat sini. They don't have here. I can foresee that this is go back to our lecture notes. About when there is a story there. Okay, see? When there is a story, okay? The external, the ground floor, first floor here. And they talk about this is, ya, nanti ni kita pergi ke sini. Accessibility. Okay, I think I will find the image for that because here we don't have the image to elaborate on the 168, 167. 167 is normally they talk about the story. If you are doing the section and there would be the story there, this one is when this is considered as no floor, meaning that it's a mezzanine or it's going to be a two-story volume. So they want to decide where is the exit. I mean, what is the limitation of the height for each floor? Okay, so 167 is I'm trying to have another image. I try to find another image there. Okay, so can we escape? Can we jump to another section first?
Okay, madam.
Okay, you can share dulu.
Okay, so section 170, agrees to an enclosed openings, where an enclosed openings are permitted between floors and for a mezzanine floor. Egress may be by the way of an open staircase to an adjacent floor and hence to a story exit. A. The layout is such that a fire originating anywhere within the compartment will be obvious to the occupants of all communicating levels or areas. B. The travel distance specified in the 7th schedule to these bylaws are not exceeded. See, only 50% of the occupants of a floor are assumed to use an open staircase, and storey exits are provided at every level to accommodate the other 50% of the occupants of that level, in accordance with the provisions of the service schedule to this bylaw. And D, the storey exit on the principal floor through with the level discharge are designed to handle the occupants of the floor plus 50% of the occupants from the adjacent levels discharging through it.
Okay, for this one, is actually to elaborate a little bit on the egress. Egress, maknanya jalan keluar, exit, egress. Through unenclosed opening, not enclosed, meaning that it's open area, open area. Meaning that sometimes when we design a place, the designer tend to have very open fire staircase. Can this staircase regard as fire staircase? Okay, it depends. Okay, some of the area we can regard this open staircase in the middle of the building regard as a exit or execute ways pathway and for fire safety as well. So we can regard it as a fire escape. Okay, maybe your gallery, when gallery, the location of the gallery is in the middle of the row of the shop lots, let's say. So the first staircase would be open, and the second fire staircase would be closed fire staircase. So this fire staircase that is considered as egress through unenclosed opening. There's no opening, there's no wall there, there's no wall, there's no door. So it's open. So this is just to state back. The layout is such that a fire originating anywhere within the compartment, meaning that you are according to the fire distance, and it's very obvious the occupant can see the fire staircase. Communicating levels, meaning that it can travels from one story to another story. You don't hidden the fire staircase, you don't hidden the exit way, you don't hidden the egress. People can see because it's open. Okay, so the travel distances specified in the 7 schedule are not exceeded, and this is allowed. The egress through unenclosed opening is allowed if we comply with the 7 schedule. 7 schedule is the distance. Okay, the distance, whether this is going to be a sprinkler or a non-sprinklered, but you see the way egress is between 45 or 61 meters is accordingly to your 7 schedule. Okay, it says only 50% of the occupants of the floor are assumed to use the open staircase, and story exits are provided at every level to accommodate the other 50% of the occupant that at that level according to the provision. Okay, so only 50% of the occupant of the floor are assumed to use the open staircase, meaning that this is assumption, the floor area, meaning that if you may use fire staircase is actually unclosed, no doors. Okay, what is the meaning of that? Okay, I try to find the plan here. Okay, I try to find the plan. I'm sharing you this plan. Okay, come back. All teams. We try to find mana tak, ada tak fire staircase, open fire staircase. Okay, cuba tengok. Okay, somehow or rather, people may see that, wow, it's a huge building. Wow, we want to have 3D like this, like this, like this. But when we go to the details of the drawings, okay, the detail of the drawings, planning of the drawings, it's not accordingly. Okay, from the drawing itself, you may see that somehow or other, this is going to be a staircase without a wall. This is just a railing. It's not enclosed like the right one. Okay, the right one is an enclosed fire staircase. So this staircase can be considered as a fire staircase. Yeah? Fire staircase. As long as we can foresee that the distance, the fire ni, the step here, from here to outside, to escape, it's within the travel distance allowed in schedule 7, meaning that it is not 100 meters, it is 61 meters if the building is sprinkled, 45 meters and below if this is unsprinkled. So 45 is the maximum. But what happened 45 to 61? Okay, let's say 50 meters. So 50 meters, we see that this is considered as, you need to provide, considered as a, just take about, this is a to be sprinkled building. Okay, that faham ke? Hopefully lah, hopefully, because the term, this is very new term for you. This is the first time you hear in detail macam mana, how to design a fire staircase based on travel distance schedule 7. Okay. Okay, jap. I come back to, I just finish up, just browse through. Okay, almost 12 minutes. Okay, last, siapa punya tadi last? After Zul, siapa tadi?
Dah habis, madam.
Habis okay. Okay, I just browse through sekejap. Tadi kita dah sampai mana? This is you have to read. Memang tak faham because of the words, the wordings. That is why we call it as a bylaw. Sometimes some of the way they stated here is just like a lawyer. Kalau the lawyer, they use a very different kind of language. The akta yang digunakan. Okay. Okay, tadi we just browse through. I come back to the original slide, establish fire extinguishment. So, is the building need, how much fire hydrants and everything, fire alarms do they need or not? Go to schedule 10 and you may see that based on based on the purpose of group. So, this is actually maximum travel distance. Again, you have to read this because down there is a image. Protected fire staircase main is included with the walls and dead end distance. What is dead end distance? Dead end distance, it has to be 45 degree. This is the way how you draw and how you calculate to the end of any point of the room. Let's say your room is very odd. It's not totally rectangular. It has to be square somewhere, but it's in under one room. So how you want to define the distance. From this door, you have to make another 45 degree here, and from 45 degree here, you draw a line up to the end of the room. So you calculate the distance. That's how you get the distance from one door to another door. Okay. You have to read. Check dead end. This is what I'm saying to you. Let's say you only design a space here, a huge room. But when you calculate the measurement, it's more than 15, it's more than 6 meters, not more than 15 meters, it's for the office. So you have to dedicate a compartment. This is, we call it as a compartment, another wall with a door. And you estimate that the room is not more than 6 person. So you have to calculate based on the Based from the from the door here, exit door to another door here, then this from door to any point, end point of the room, it not supposed to be more than 6 meters. Okay, or meters, this is basically refer back to schedule 7. What type of purpose group? Room occupancy and dead ends. Okay, what happened to the dead end distance from mezzanine floor? Mezzanine floor is 1.5. It's not up to 2 story. The floors up to 9 meter from ground floor. We considered the level here is a mezzanine floor. And we permitted to be up to 50% of the floor area. Mezzanine floor 9 meters from ground level. 1/4 floor area way permitted. Okay, so how you want to design an escape room if the room has a mezzanine floor? So this is how they calculate permitted alternative routes. The 45 degree here, and to exit roof to fire staircase, and also another staircase here to outside. Okay, as a designer, we also need to capture ventilation. This is very much ventilation. I can foresee that all the students are very weak because they don't design the opening, because they don't care about ventilation of the building. So you have to read bylaw here. Need or need not smoke lobbies. There is a stated here. And what is the smoke lobby? Never mind, because you are doing your own assignment later on, you will find out what is smoke lobby. And this is ventilation of smoke lobby. So meaning that the permanent opening or openable window of 1 square meter minimum to outside the light well. Okay, sometimes the design, you are designing the light well, let's say for the lighting and ventilation. Let's say your building is actually in the middle. I try to find this one again. Find a design with in the middle. Okay lah, let's say this is a new shop lot. So you cannot go somewhere else unless you are depending on the front door and also the back door. So this is the red one, is actually the new workshop in the middle of the area. So come back to here. So how actually you want to get the ventilation? Okay, that is why some people, the designer is about to propose sometimes the light well. Light well means you are putting the hole here. Okay. You are providing another room. Let's say this is another room. There's no ventilation, okay? So somehow rather you are providing this area as a light well. You have to add on light well. This is you have to cross showing that this is void. From ground floor up to 5 story, let's say if it is 5 story, or it is 2 story or 3 story. So meaning that this area, the extended workshop, you can propose what? Opening here. Okay? Faham tak? Are you understand or not? Why is the purpose to have lightweight here? Light well? Okay. When the building is actually intermediate, this is also have the this is occupied by other people. This is also occupied by other people. You cannot break the holes here and to do your window because this is somewhere else. Okay, this is somewhere else. So what you should do, you can draw lightweight, like well. You technically you have to draw like this, like well. Okay, like well here, so that let's say if you have another room here, you can draw
Madam, you are muted.
alamak, muted alamak I. Okay, meaning that okay, come back to here. You see this one am I sharing to you this one? I'm not sharing.
Yes, madam.
I'm sharing. Like well, meaning that you have to provide the void here, somewhere here, bro. You cannot provide the window here because this is somewhere else. This is other people's lot. This is Ikwan lot. This is Diana. So Diana, you cannot make the window here because this is the wall. You are sharing the wall. And this Ikwan does not like this. There's no privacy. So in order to provide the ventilation of this room, Diana need to propose the light well here so that you can propose the what? You can propose the window. This is a window, this is a window, this is a window. Okay, light well, meaning that this is void from ground to up topmost floor. So this is a room. This is a room in the middle. There's no light, there's no ventilation. So you can propose there would be a window here. So this window, this room is ventilated through light well for pencahayaan, for lighting and for ventilation. That's the purpose of light well. Okay, alright. Okay. Smoke lobby. Okay, later on we talk about smoke lobby because this is something to do with your schedule 10. Not yet. We have not come yet to schedule 10. Nanti we will come back again here. Okay, for this is of course if you designing a fire fighting the riser, the wet riser, of course you need to, if you have a hose reel, you need to have firefighting tanks on top. And you have to get pumps, must have gensets, okay, breaching inlet. Ni mesti ada in your section, firefighting tanks. For second year, first semester, maybe they don't need, okay, because when we referring to schedule 10, schedule 10, they must have hose reel. So I think you should provide firefighting tanks to facilitate this hose reel. We already checked just now, right? So during site analysis for final project, make sure that the legal team need to understand, do your proposal needs hose reel? Yes, because we are referring to schedule 10. This one you have to read. Okay, this is schedule 8 later. Okay, I think it's almost time now. Alright, so that's it. Okay, today just talk about the fire staircase schedule 5, 7 and partly schedule 10. Okay, you understand? I think I have to stop now because do you understand that? Okay, so far boleh Ikwan?
Boleh,
Okay,
madam.
Boleh, madam.
will arise when you start to design. I understand that the first project not yet come. It's okay. When you start to design the final project, then you may find that this is, alamak, forgot already. Never mind. We can discuss it later. It's still a room for discussion. Okay. Attendance are all, is everybody signed the attendance? How many of us? Supposedly 28.
Yes, madam, 28.
Yes, madam.
Having 28 of us. Okay. This one, and next week we are also getting another still with bylaw. Bylaw ni banyak, lots of the bylaw. Please study firefighting for 2020. I already indicate. This is complex building. Just now it's only few story. This is for you to understand. Evacuation, passive containment, you read first, okay? At your building bylaw to say that 134 stated what, 136 stated what. You have to read by yourself. This one. This one. Okay. I'm about to. Maximum is stated here. Maximum distance. Maximum. Okay. The definition. What is the definition for dead end, direct distance, open plan, and everything. That's all from today. Banyak lagi. Later, we will calculate how much window to be designed at one room. I bet you all the student does neglect to design doors and to design window. Why? Because it's needed. It's very compulsory for you to design for ventilation. What happened? You being suffocated because there's not enough daylighting and ventilation. So it's a must. So I want to see your design end of the semester. How does the building look like? Okay, meanwhile, you can browse through here. I'm still sharing, yeah? I'm still sharing the notes, right? You can browse through the assignment here. Okay. Assignment 1. I cannot open. Have you tried to open this one? Oh, lama. Why I cannot open? Can everybody, anybody try to open it up? If not, I will upload back. Boleh tak? Because it's all zip To finish up. Try to open up. Nanti. Okay, if you cannot open, you tell me, okay? Because I want you to study along. Because we have another 2 topics more. Then I'm giving you the assignment 1. You can prepare. Okay? Cannot open also,
Cannot open, madam.
Cannot open. Okay.
Cannot, madam.
Okay, then I will upload again, Okay. Until up to here, so I think thank you for joining my class. Memang very technical. Alamak, I pun risau. It's very technical. Heba, are you okay? Heba, can follow me or not? Already bye-bye. She's doing the cooking. Heba. Iza, are you okay? Alia? The girls? I'm worried about the girls because she's so silent, You're so silent, the girls. Yeah.
Okay, madam.
Okay, madam.
Okay,
Okay,
madam.
madam.
Okay, madam.
Never mind. Widat semua okay. Widat Imtiaz, Dawan, Luqman, Danish, Irfan, Ikwan, Fahmi, Haris. Haris? If you cannot catch up, you have to tell me, Haris. Haris, where are you?
I'm here, madam.
Ya? Boleh Haris. Macam mana nak design tu?
Boleh, madam.
Okay. Right. Nanti you akan cuba. Okay. So for now, take care everybody. So insyaAllah kita akan jumpa. We will meet you another week. Next week. Ikhwan dah penat. Relax Ikhwan. Okay. Okay. Hopefully lah. I'm trying to help you here. Okay. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, madam.
Okay. Okay. Hopefully
Thank you so much, madam.
you can understand me. Okay.
InsyaAllah.
Any question boleh tanya. Siapa yang to leave this room, you can leave this room. I understand that this is quite some time lah you want to understand because we are reading the akta tau. This is the acts that we have to read. Okay.
Madam. I want to ask the attendance for week 1. We just stick at week 1 at the link.
Yes,
Madam
and you
give.
so week 1 and you have to insert back, tick week 2, tick week 3, okay?
Okay. Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Bye.